Ooh, what's up, nerds and geeks? My name is OMG, WTF, LOL, FTW, BRB. Welcome to Total Extreme Wrestling 2013, where we are playing as the WWE in the current year of 2015. And some of you may be thinking, OMG, you already have a WWE series. In fact, you have the exact WWE series, and you'd be right, or half right. Um, in case you did not catch the update video I had up before, I don't know if I've taken it down by now. I don't think I have. Um, I asked the question of if we should either restart this series, continue going on with it, or even if you guys didn't want to see it at all. And I didn't get much feedback, but the feedback I did get from the video was that you guys wanted me to restart the WWE series, and the main reasoning being is because with the new WWE series, I went on ahead and created a brand. I can't show it right now because we are currently in booking mode. I have already booked the show. I'm going to get to that in a couple of seconds, though. I went ahead and created a brand that's for NXT. The main thing I am doing with the brand, though, is I'm not having everybody up that is on the NXT brand, like, on the show. A lot of them are going to stay in development with the exception of the champions, because if I sent the champions down in development, they vacate the titles. And with the exception of the few who refuse to either go back down to developmental or who feel they are ready, just to kind of try to avoid any problems on that part. And, also get a chance to see where they're at. And anytime I'm going to be booking NXT, I'm going to call the people up from developmental that I'm going to be using, and then after I'm done with them, send them back down. So in theory, they should still be getting their training in, but also getting the notice on the television show. We'll see how it works out. And yeah, this is a restart. We are doing similar storylines from before, I believe. Right now, pretty much all these are these storylines that we started off with, minus the Daniel Bryan, Bad News Barrett feud and the triple threat between these two. I'm kind of changing it up in the other game or other save I was doing. We had Paige and actually AJ lost at WrestleMania because Paige turned on AJ, and I was gonna kind of do a AJ Paige like feud where it was going to be kind of like Trish and Lita. I am gonna still try to accomplish that, but I'm going in a different route than I was before. Everything else is about the same, but we're gonna be kind of taking different approaches on a lot of those. I have a lot of ideas for this series, and I'm going to be coming up with the main difference of this series that I'm hoping to kind of be more continuous with, and less like, oh, let me just ditch this, and go back to the old way. I'm gonna kind of hope to keep it the way the certain style I'm gonna do it on this video or this series because I think it'll be a lot more entertaining and more WWE like. But before I go on explaining that, I do want to get this one thing. I forgot to mention it. For the NXT brand, I also went ahead and did an investment and purchased a venue. A venue, it's not too big. It only houses about 400 seats. It's basically going to be the NXT Arena in Full Sail University. And it's my way of kind of just, getting the superstars popular, trying to keep TV popular at the same time, but also making sure the superstars get good reactions. I might go in and edit the game to make sure that people on NXT are popular in that area. So that way it doesn't, just get D's and all that. But either way, so getting to the main change for this save is the way we're going to be booking things now. Before, and in most of my videos, I kind of book on screen and just kind of explain what's going to be going on in the storylines. Whereas this time around, I'm actually going to be booking everything off screen and then showing you guys basically what's happening after I've done booking, and we'll see the show from there. That way you can get a little bit more of a storyline thing, because some of the angles I do add more in-depth story to it. I actually write out the angle and all that. Not all of them, but some of them. And it'd just be a little bit less time too, considering that WWE has 3 hours of Raw, 2 hours of SmackDown, and then we're also going to be doing the hour of NXT. Plus like 3-4 hour pay-per-views. It's going to be a lot of content for WWE, so this is kind of the way to kind of lessen it down and time. That way you guys can don't have to be watching 30 to 40 minute videos almost every week or having to skip forward like I normally do. If you guys like this, Comment below. Let me know if you do like it, the new style, and want to keep it this way. If you don't and want to go back to the old way, comment below, and we'll definitely do that too. Either way, nerds and geeks, enough talking. It's not normally going to be like this. I just kind of wanted to get all the new stuff out of the way. I'm not going to show off my roster, talents, or anything like that. We're just going to move on. So I already have booked the show, obviously. Let's run this. Normally, we're going to start off with already running the show and not do it like that. But either way, starting off on the pre-show before we move on, we are being held in the Nokia Plaza, shown live on Canal 5, and I believe a lot more than that. And we are being held in front of 10,481 people. So this is the pre-show, and about that had solid in-ring action but non-existent crowd heat. The Ascension defeating Adam Rose and Zack Ryder. Connor defeated Ryder with the Fall of Man. So just kind of like in my previous save, I'm going to try to make the Ascension an actual feared team instead of a joke team that is known nowadays. So they're going to be a little bit of a personal project. So here we have Zack Ryder is improving in Rumble, technical and performance skills. Adam Rose is improving in performance, and Connor is as well as improving in performance. So not the best rating, got a 39 D minus, but it's pre-show, so I'm not expecting much. And then we have a special appearance from the NXT champion. This isn't going to be a permanent thing. I forgot to set Monday Night Raw to a WWE brand and NXT to the NXT brand, so I had the NXT stars here, so I figured, why not have Kevin Owens show up to get him a little bit more, eyes on him. So we have a 48 D plus here, solid in reaction, but non-existent crowd heat. Owens defeating Slater in 8 minutes and 8 seconds with the package pile driver. And we have Slater improving in performance skills. And then our main event of the pre-show, in a match had some good action and average heat. Stardust defeating R-Truth with the Beautiful Disaster in 12 minutes and 52 seconds. Gets a 66 C plus. Stardust is improving in Rumble skills, and R-Truth is improving in Rumble, technical, and performance. So that does it for the pre-show. Moving on to the main show, we start off with an 80B. Paul Heyman and Brock Lesnar make their way to the ring to start off the show. You can tell by the look on Brock Lesnar's face that he is not in a good mood after losing the title at WrestleMania last night. Paul Heyman grabs the mic and begins to air his client's frustrations. He talks about how no one in the WWE could touch him, or touch Brock Lesnar, and that the only way that the title was leaving the waist of Brock Lesnar if there was a sneaky, slimy weasel with a briefcase to race down to the ring at the right moment and cash in on his prize. The sad part is that he didn't even have enough balls to pin the champion because he knew that there was no way that he could beat Brock Lesnar. Triple H's music hits. He tries to reason with the two and promises Brock Lesnar that he'll have another title shot, and all he needs to do is beat Roman Reigns and Randy Orton tonight in a triple threat match to earn it. Paul Heyman begins to argue that Brock Lesnar shouldn't have to earn it. He's entitled to a rematch. So this leads to both Paul Heyman and Triple H arguing back and forth. Heyman pleading the case of Lesnar should just be awarded the match. Triple H fighting the case that both both Roman Reigns and Randy Orton also deserve a match. And that, what am I trying to say? And that they deserve a shot at it too. And if Brock's able to, if Brock is, if you're so confident in Brock, you should have no problem with Roman and Randy Orton. This leads to Lesnar just snapping and taking Triple H down to the ground. No worker improvements there, but a good rating to start off the night. So Lesnar takes Triple H down to the ground, and we move on to still the same angle. I just couldn't fit it all in one angle. So Brock Lesnar snaps, takes Triple H down, starts swinging for the face. Heyman screaming, of course, Brock, stop, stop, stop. Classic thing. Kane and Big Show race down to the ring to save Triple H. They provide enough distraction for Triple H to get away, but Lesnar eventually overpowers the both of them, pushing them back, taking Kane outside of the ring, tackling him outside of the ring, tossing him into the barricade, tossing him into the steel steps. But then Big Show comes in and he tries to get Brock Lesnar off of him, and he gets him off, but Lesnar starts to fight back. They're both back in the ring, and they're both duking it back and forth in the ring, and then Lesnar kicks him in the gut, lifts him up, F5, and then picks him back up, but hits him with another F5, locks in the Kimura lock, and just starts, he won't let go. Security comes out. Lesnar's, fighting security back, but eventually becomes too much for, even Brock Lesnar. There's too much of him, and security's able to take him down, cuff him, and, walk him off to the police car to take him off to jail. Meanwhile, Lesnar's just smiling. I can imagine Lesnar just smirking as he's being loaded into the car. And this got out a 66 C+, so Triple H did look good, but Kane did perform pretty poorly in this segment, so It sucks for Kane. But either way, this was basically an angle to kind of write off Brock Lesnar for the time being. Kind of after this year's WrestleMania, they did the whole thing where Lesnar snapped and took out the announcers and all that. This is kind of similar to that. If I would have done the announcers, it probably would have bogged the grade down even more. So that's why I didn't do announcers, and I kind of just stuck with actual talent. And this is kind of the way to, like I said, write Brock Lesnar off for a little bit. He's been, suspended, and he won't be in the triple threat match, obviously, later tonight. A little bit of a spoiler report there, but it's just the way to write him off. That I assume there's going to be a commercial break between that, so then we come back to Seth Rollins walking into Triple H's office, checking if he's all right. Triple H assures him that he is, tells Rollins that he needs to be more focused on tonight. Rollins, says that that's actually what he was coming in here to talk about and was wondering about, who, but before he can finish, Triple H interrupts him, tells him no need to worry about Brock Lesnar. He's been escorted out of the arena, taken to the jail, and he won't be here tonight. In fact, he's not even in the match tonight. He's lost his chance, and for what was going to be a triple threat match is now a one-on-one match. Roman Reigns versus Randy Orton, #1 contenders match, and that's what you need to focus on. So nice ADB here between Seth Rollins and the champion and the COO. And Seth Rollins is also developing better performance skills, so that's awesome for our champion. Good. I'm really happy to see that grade, though. An ADB, definitely was kind of expecting a C because of Seth Rollins, but I'm happy with that. Now let's just put over the fact that later on tonight we will see Roman Reigns versus Randy Orton in a #1 contenders match. Got a 78B for that. Happy with that grade. And then, Then we get a 77B, where the announcers are putting over the fact that later on tonight, John Cena will make his first appearance as the United States champion. Curtis Axel comes down to the ring, but before his thing, he talks about, Axel Mania, how he was never eliminated from the Royal Rumble, and that he should be in the triple threat match tonight that he should take Brock Lesnar's match in the match tonight, and it should be him versus Randy Orton versus Roman Reigns. All three, third-generation superstars. Before we can keep going on, Dean Ambrose's music hits. We have our match. So our opening bout of the night, some good action, but not much weighing heat. Dean Ambrose defeating Curtis Axel in 7 minutes and 43 seconds with the headlock driver. Axel's improving in both Rumble and technical skills. So 65C to start of the night, not a bad grade. Gets Dean on TV. We go backstage. Randy Orton has an interview hyping the upcoming match against Roman Reigns later on tonight. It's a 78B. I'm really happy with these grades I'm getting tonight. I'm not going to lie. And then we see Daniel Bryan walking down to the ring. So our next segment, Daniel Bryan's music hits. He makes his first appearance as the WWE Intercontinental Champion after winning it in a 6-man ladder match at WrestleMania. Bryan attempts to talk, but is interrupted by the enormous yes chant from the crowd. But as it dies down, Bryan begins to talk about the history of the IC title and how prestigious it once was, and how in recent years the IC title has become an afterthought. He states that he is making it his his personal mission to bring the Intercontinental title back to the prestige it once held. But before he can continue, Bad News Barrett's music interrupts him as he makes his way to the arena. He tells Daniel Bryan that he doesn't deserve to be champion and he shouldn't even be holding the title because he never pinned him. He never made him tap. There was no knockout. All he did was climb a ladder and pull it down. Bryan jokes, of course, saying if it was that easy, why didn't you just do it? Bryan and Barrett go back and forth on the mic for a bit before Bryan agrees to face him and defend the title at our next pay-per-view, which is Extreme Rules. So let's book that match in. It's going to be a one-on-one. Do we have the Aussie rules? We do. One-on-one Aussie rules, nothing too serious, just kind of like the Extreme Rules, but not necessarily either. So DB versus Bad News Barrett is confirmed for Extreme Rules over the Intercontinental title. Bad News Barrett was underwhelming in this, but that's to be expected considering that he's I think a mid-card talent and Bryan's a main eventer. So overall, good grade for this, I think. Miz and Mizdow are more like Miz is doing the hyping up for the upcoming match, while Mizdow is more mocking him. I did put Mizdow rated on acting instead of entertainment like Miz is because even though he still says he has a script on there, I imagine more acting would be how you would want to rank someone who's impersonating the other. Mizdow, of course, hinting at the face turn, but the fans don't want it. It's still happening. I'm happy with this, though. 56C- as Miz hypes up the upcoming #1 contenders match against the Usos for the tag team titles. We then see Cesaro and Tyson Kidd before the match can start, coming down to the ring, scouting their future opponents. Tyson Kidd, of course, joins the commentary as well, by the way, because he is on commentary on this match. So then we have a match that has some good action, but not much weighing heat. The Usos defeating Damien, Mizdow, and Miz, when Uso defeated The Miz with the Alias. I imagine, Mizdow had something to do with here. Got a 67 C+. That's actually pretty good, and not too far from a B, so that makes me a little happy here. Usos, of course, have great chemistry, and Mizdow not doing too good with the face turn, but like I said, not too worried about it. Jey Uso was off his game, not surprisingly. Or surprises me, I guess. Either way, for improvements, we have Mizdow improving in performance skill. Jimmy Uso is improving in Rumble and performance. Jay is improving in Rumble, and The Miz is improving Jay is improving in performance. The Miz is improving in technical and performance as well. So 67C there, happy with that. And then we have the just a little bit of an argument between the two. Miz just kind of furious with Mizdow, how he cost them the title match. That was a huge opportunity for them, yada, yada, yada. So backstage, Bray Wyatt appears backstage, mumbling to himself. He admits that things have not gone the way he envisioned it, of course, with the Cena rivalry and then the Dean Ambrose rivalry. Well, I think he actually won the Ambrose rivalry. Mostly with the Undertaker thing and how he wanted to be the face of fear. He lost at WrestleMania, so he's a little bummed out about that. He's screaming up to Sister Abigail, asking her why. Why has she lied? Why have you lied to me, basically, before sitting back in his chair, pondering with an angry look in his eyes. But as the seconds go on, a sinister smile comes across Bray's face as he begins to understand what Abigail is telling him. He says that in order for his reign to begin, in order for him to take over the WWE, that he needs to end the Chosen One first, and that the Chosen One will fall to his hands. Bray looks into the camera and begins to laugh before he whispers, "Run," as the camera cuts out the cha, that thing. A nice 77B here from Bray Wyatt. No storyline progression, but this is kind of the hint into the storyline. I think we all know where this is going, of course. Bo Dallas comes down to the ring and does his believe before Ryback comes down to the ring. It's a 51D+, an extremely short match. Ryback squashes Bo Dallas in 2 minutes and 21 seconds with a suplex power slam. Ryback is improving in both technical and performance, and Bo is also improving in performance. Announcers put over that at the Extreme Rules pay-per-view, we will see a triple threat match for the Divas Championship, as it will be Nikki Bella defending her Divas Championship against AJ Lee and Paige. They earned it after their team defeated the Bella Twins at WrestleMania. So that is our second confirmed bout for the pay-per-view. And then we have a tag team bout. Gets a 50D+, and about that it's solid ring action, but non-existent crowd heat. AJ and Paige, better known as Paige, defeated Alicia Fox and Layla, not Lay Alicia Fox and Layla when AJ defeated Layla with the Shining Wizard. AJ and Paige actually have great chemistry teaming together, so that's pretty awesome. And Layla's improving in flying skills, I don't know why, and Paige is improving in performance, so that's pretty rad. And then we have a 52D+, Nikki Bella just hyping up the upcoming battle between the two of them, or the three of them. Nothing too special. Brie did help her during that segment. We then see Cena walking down to the ring. So John Cena comes down to the ring, makes his way down to the ring, grabs a mic, begins to talk about his pride for the United States title, or the United States of America, and how much the title means to him. He talks about how the U.S. title was the first title that he ever won in his career, and how proud he is to wear it, or how proud he was to wear it then. Excuse me. And how proud he is to wear it now. He talks about how all Rusev wanted to do was spit on this great nation and on this great title, but not on his watch. And now that he has the U.S. title around his waist, he promises to show pride in this belt. And unlike Rusev, he's going to show just exactly how great this title is, because wow, I really did a bad job writing this one. Because just like America is the land of opportunity, so is this title, and as long as John Cena is the champion, he will defend this title each and every week starting tonight. So ladies and gentlemen, the John Cena US Open Invitational starts now. So we got an 81B, Cena improvising well throughout the segment, no skill improvements. Just a pretty much way of kind of explaining why the US he's doing the Open Invitational as well, because like I said, during the little promo, horribly written nonetheless, but still, like I said during it was, pretty much because America is looked at as like the land of opportunity. Cena looks at the title as like the land, the title of opportunity. So the Open Invitational starts, and then we have a 59C not John Cena. John Cena is in the ring. Neville's music hits, and he is the one accepting the challenge of John Cena. So then we move on to a 65C, some good action and average heat. Cena defeated Neville in 10 minutes and 10 seconds when Neville was disqualified after Rusev ran in and attacked John Cena. Cena makes defense number 1 of his title, but at what cost? Rusev, of course, making his presence known. Cena did look good out there, and he's also improving in performance skill. And then we have a 67C+. Cena and Neville are in the ring, and Rusev is just continuing the beatdown, beating them both down. Tossing Neville around, I assume, and then lacking the accolade on John Cena. And what I would like to imagine is while he has the accolade wrapped around John Cena, he's holding the U.S. title and kind of using it to choke Cena. That's kind of like, a message. So Cena looked good, but Neville did not come out looking good. But that's fine. It was just kind of a way to put Neville over in a way and keep him in the story. We go backstage. Dean Ambrose psyching up Roman Reigns for the upcoming number 1 contenders match later on tonight. And then we have our semi-main event of the night. Featured great action and average heat. Ziggler defeating Sheamus in 12 minutes and 49 seconds with the zigzag. There was no psychology in the match, unfortunately. So Dolph's improving in Rumble, and Sheamus is improving in both technical and performance. We then see Seth Rollins come down to the ring to do color commentary for the next match. That gets a 77B, so satisfied with that. And then our main event featured great action and a good crowd. Orton defeating Randy Orton. Randy Orton defeating Roman Reigns in 13 minutes and 9 seconds with the RKO after a distraction from Bray Wyatt. Gets a 63C. Orton was off. Wow, he was really off his game tonight. What are you doing, Orton? Of course, all the both the storylines proceeded along with this one or advanced. We had the Rollins Orton and the Reigns Bray Wyatt. So yes, indeed, we are still doing the Reigns Bray Wyatt. I came up with it first. WWE copied me. I'm swearing on that. They're watching it. They have like a personal thing linked up to my channel. I wish they did. Either way, the way I like to imagine this is not Bray Wyatt physically coming out and distracting Roman Reigns. More like, he comes on to the Tron, and he's just kind of singing like, I imagine him singing, Ring Around the Rosie. Kind of like in a way to where, he talks about the Roman Empire falls down, like looking at Roman Reigns kind of showing off to the crowd. That's who the chosen one is, which leads to him turning around and then RKO. Randy Orton wins. So Roman is improving in Rumble and Orton's improving in performance. We then end off the night with a 76B-. Randy Orton is celebrating after winning the match to become the number 1 contender. But his celebration is cut short after the champion Rollins sneaks into the ring, decks him with the belt, hitting a pedigree onto the title, and then standing tall over Randy Orton, holding the championship over his head to end off the show. So this gets a 72B- all in all. I was kind of hoping for better. The main event definitely brought us down a bit, I will say that. It did increase our popularity in 19 regions, but it lost us in 16 regions. And I'm almost positive, I'm just kind of going to show you guys just because I kind of want to double check myself, but also to kind of just prove that I'm not wrong. I could be wrong, but I just kind of want to prove to myself that I'm not wrong. But I'm going to check I don't even know what I'm going to check. Oh, I'm going to check how many places are in America to see, because that was most likely all the things we lost out on. So let's see. Pretty good. People seem to have enjoyed the show, so it's that, but obviously not the best. So let's look at this real quick. Size, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then we probably lost popularity here as well. 12, 13, 14, 15. Yep, we probably lost both America and Canada. But gained popularity everywhere else. Which sucks, because we need to keep this popularity here. We're so close to international, though. So if we're just able to move up a little bit, we'll be international. Just gonna move up, nerds and geeks. Either way, this is kind of just look at this. People making contract offers to people that were. So most of these people you're seeing, I haven't made any contract offers to. They're just on the short list. But The hell is this? Victor, Connor, and Kevin Owens? Really? We've had one show. How the hell are you guys feeling it? Whatever. That makes no sense, but whatever. Either way, nerds and geeks, I'm not gonna do SmackDown. I was just gonna do the one episode. There's nothing else really to show you guys. I'm not gonna go into any details here. That's the end of this episode. I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you have, of course, do me a favor, comment, like, and subscribe if you have not already. My name's been OMGWTF, LOL, FTW, BRB. I'll see you guys for SmackDown. I'll get around to it sooner or later, just probably not tonight. I am off tomorrow, so look forward to that. Either way, see you guys later. Have a good one.